Welcome to yoga. Start in Shavasana, please. You can lie down. Let the eyes close, take up space. Just settle in here. And take a big breath in. And maybe a big audible sigh. Exhale it out. Just releasing. A couple more times like that, seeing if you can release a little more with each exhale. Soften the face, the jaw. Notice if there's a place that feels tight or holding tension or sore, but you want to commit a little more attention to this practice. And each time we step onto the mat, we have a different energy. So maybe you notice you want to take it a little harder today or a little easier today. And just honor this is your practice. I'm just going to suggest a lot of poses, but you take it where you want and you rest when you need. Thich Nhat Hanh says, we spend a lot of time looking for happiness when the world right around us is full of wonder. To be alive and walk on the earth is a miracle, and yet most of us are running as if there was some better place to get to. There is beauty calling to us every day, every hour, but we are rarely in a position to listen. The basic condition for us to be able to hear the call of beauty and respond to it is silence. If we don't have silence in ourselves, if our mind, our body are full of noise, then we can't hear beauty's call. So I'll give you just a few cycles of breath here in silence and in stillness. And then as you're ready, just wiggle fingers and toes, roll the ankles a little, and start to cross the right ankle over the left. Point the toes away from you and stretch the toes to the left. Reach the arms up overhead, along the ears, over the head, and grab the left hand to the right wrist and lean to the left. So you're kind of making a banana shape, pointing toes left and reaching arms to the left, rounding the right side of the body, stretching long. And then exhale, let it go. And we'll switch sides. So the left ankle will cross over the right leg. The right hand will grab the left wrist, and you'll start to kind of round and lean towards the right, stretching the toes, stretching the fingertips. Inhaling and exhaling. And just back into your Shavasana. And start to bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet onto the ground. Knees bent, feet wide, about hip width distance. And bring the palms down towards the heels. Lift the hips for a bridge pose. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, lower the hips, and reach the arms up overhead. We're going to do some moving dynamic bridge poses. As the hips rise, the palms come back down, floating towards the earth, and press the palms into the earth to lift the hips a little higher. A couple more times, tailbone down gently as the arms sweep and rise overhead, stretch them long. And then on your exhale, hips rise and palms lower. Keep going 2 more rounds with your breath at the pace of your inhales, your exhales. See if you can breathe in and out the nose, nice and slow and smooth, if that works for your sinuses today. The next time the tailbone is down, just stay there. Interlace the hands behind the head. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Lift the knees to 90 degrees. And then extend the left leg to the ceiling and the right leg long. So left toes or sole of the foot reaching to the sky and right toes hovering a couple inches off the earth. Keep head, neck, and shoulders lifted. Hands behind the head to support the neck, elbows wide. Left toes stay lifted. Bring the right ankle towards the left and then lower it back down. One more time, lift it up and lower it back down. Now left leg lowers to the right. Lower the left leg and lift. Again, just the left leg lowering and lifting. Both legs up, lift head, neck, and shoulders, tuck the tailbone. reset. Left leg goes down to hover, right toes stay lifted. Keep the space between chin and chest. Keep breathing. Lower the right leg and inhale, pull it back up. Again, use your core to lower and lift. Keep it lifted. And then the left leg lifts and lowers, lifts and lowers. Both legs lifted. Inhale, lift the shoulder blades off the earth. Press the palms in prayer and reach them towards the toes. And then just pulse. Lift a little higher for 5, 4, getting the shoulder blades off the mat, 2, and 1. Let it go. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs, roll the wrists, roll the ankles. And take a full body stretch, nice and wide, arms and legs like a star pose. Breathe into the belly, inhale. And exhale. To be a little more awake now. Let's again gather the knees, squeeze everything all together. Plant the soles of the feet. And then actually squeeze everything nice and tight, little compression, and then hands behind the thighs. Start to rock and roll. Just massaging the spine, feeling each vertebra on the earth, letting this feel good. And if it doesn't, be gentle. We'll eventually come to a seat with the soles of the feet planted and the knees bent. Once you have the momentum, bring the hands behind you. You can tent the fingers, you can have the fingers wide behind you or towards the hips to lift the heart, lift the chest. And then hands to the shins, a little cat-cow here. Draw the heart and chest forward, gaze up, chin to the sky. Curl and round the spine. You can extend the arms long to give a little more space. Keep going. Maybe the eyes close. The cat-cow that doesn't require the wrists to work. The seated cat-cow. One more cycle. And then when you pause, bring the palms back down. Again, make sure they're supporting your wrists, your shoulders. They could be pointed in or out. Feet hip width distance, hands about shoulder width distance, reverse table. Spread the toes, spread the fingers, lift the hips, lift the thighs, reach the knees forward. Head can release back if that's okay for the neck. Or you could just keep it in line with the spine. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down and just drape yourself over your bent knees. Sway your head side to side, left ear, left shoulder, right ear, right shoulder. Moving slowly, warming up the neck muscles. And start to roll yourself up. We're going to take another reverse table and we're going to add on. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. Inhale, lift the hips. This time the right leg walks out, heel or toes to the earth. Left leg walks out to reverse plank. And then step the left foot in, right foot in, reverse table, lift the hips, the thighs. Again, maybe lead with the other leg. Left leg long, right knee in, left knee in. Again, extend the legs, back to reverse table. One more time, reverse plank. With the legs long, slowly lower the hips down to the earth. And have a little bend to the knees, not as dramatic as before, and start to drape over the legs. No need to straighten the legs yet, just getting a little deeper in the hamstring stretch. You can keep a flat spine if that feels preferred, or you could round the spine, tuck the chin, and again, gently let the head rock side to side. When you feel ready, begin to roll up, hands kind of glazing the legs, bend the knees, and find yourself in hands and knees, tabletop. Spreading the fingers wide, and just tap out the feet here. You can roll the wrists gently or give them a little wrist stretch. Take a little time to explore. Flipping the palms, flipping the fingers. Slowly lowering the heel of the hand down. Doesn't have to go all the way down. Just giving the wrists a little attention before we move into Vinyasa flows and chaturangas. And then from tabletop, we're going to extend the right leg back and then take the toes nice and wide. They can tap or they can hover over to the right. Look over your right shoulder for your toes. And then we've done this before, but really dramatically to the other side, as far as you want to the left, look over the left shoulder and tap or hover. Keep going side to side, nice wide stance with the leg, keeping the right leg long, looking over shoulder to shoulder. Maybe one more time on each side. And then the next time you're crossed, right leg behind the left, bend the knee and slide the knee behind the right. Take some cat-cows from here. Might not have as much space to move. Just notice how it feels. You can add on and shift the weight a little forward, a little back, little circles. But the left knee, left thigh is in front of the right. Is keep walking the feet wide. So right foot to the left foot to the right, and then start to walk your palms back to seated. You could always put something under your thighs. The left hip will be lifted. That's totally normal. See if you can draw it down. Inhale, arms reach up. Bend the elbows and grab for opposite elbows to frame the face. You can add on by bringing the right palm to the right shoulder, left hand to the left elbow. Or you can release the left hand behind you and find the bind, grabbing a shirt or fingertips. Lift the spine, lift the heart. Take one more big full breath. And then let the arms release, shake them out a little. Start to walk the hands forward. And tap out the feet again. Let the wrists roll. You can find some wrist stretching. And when you're ready, we'll start the other side. So wrists under the shoulders, left leg long behind you, and then take it out as wide as your space allows, as wide as your hips want to go. Look over the left shoulder, and then take it over to the right. And you can tap or you can just hover the leg. Notice how your core is working to stabilize. Couple more times, tapping nice and wide and looking over opposite shoulders, side to side. And then the next time your left leg is crossed over the right, bend the knee, slide it behind the left. Shimmy the shins out a little wider and move from here like a cat-cow, a side cat-cow, some combination of that. Shifting the hips. Undulating the spine, moving the neck. And then keeping the feet, the ankles, the shins wide, start to walk the hands back. Again, a nice time to put a blanket or a block underneath the hips to give a little more space. Inhale here, and then sweep the arms high, bend the elbows, and grab opposite elbows. Stay here or left hand behind the back between the shoulder blades, right hand to left elbow for the tricep stretch. Stay here or right arm goes behind to find the bind, or just see how far you can go on this side. Maybe it's easier, maybe it's harder to reach for the fingertips or reach for your shirt behind you. Take a couple full breaths. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, ground the sit bones. Twice more, lift the heart, breathe in. Exhale, stay. One more time. And let it go. Shake out the arms. Start to walk yourself forward slowly. Unravel the legs, shake them out, tap them out, shake the wrists, roll the wrists. And from hands and knees, move organically, just find a little freedom to freestyle from cat cows or side cat cows. And then we'll start to make our way to our first downward facing dog. So when you're ready, tuck the toes, lift the knees, hips high, and keep it moving. Pedal the feet, walk your dog, shake your head. From down dog, take your feet as wide as the mat. Walk your hands a little closer together. We're going to find a twist. Left palm down, right hand reaches for the left thigh, calf, or ankle, looking under the left shoulder, reaching the heels back. And then right hand down, left hand under, look under the right armpit and reach that left hand to grab somewhere on your right leg. Doesn't matter where you're grabbing, just use that leverage to kind of pull your spine into the twist. One more breath. And then left hand down. Bend the knees a little bit, spin the heels in and walk back into a squat. Hands to the back of the mat. Press the palms. Lift the heart into the hands. And let's rise up, press into the heels, sweep all the way up, arms up and out. Parallel the feet, palms together, and pull your hands to heart center. Bring the shoulders down the back. Release the palms, palms forward. Inhale, rise up. One more time, palms together, exhale, come down. This time, start your breath, release the palms, palms forward. Start your breath, and then let the arms sweep up and see if the arms move a little lighter, a little smoother. So inhale, and then arms flow up, palms together at the top. Start your exhale, and then pull the hands to heart center. Sink the knees, hips low, arms up, chair pose. Lift the heels. Sweep the arms back. Interlace the hands behind you, punch the fist, lower the heels, and take a forward fold with the hands interlaced. You can have a lot of a bend to the knees, a little bend to the knees. Release the arms, take a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, interlace, grab onto opposite elbows, and sway. Ragdoll here. Bounce the knees, sway the torso, let the head be heavy. One more time, take a halfway lift, flat back, and then walk yourself all the way to plank pose. From plank, lift and hover the right leg, draw the right knee towards the right elbow, and extend it back. One more time, right knee towards the right elbow, extend it back. Right knee towards the chest and just lower the right knee down. Pick up the left leg, pick up the right arm, and reach for your spinal balance. Spine strengthening, draw the belly button to the core, inhale. Bend the left elbow, reach the right hand back, and maybe find the bind. Pick your foot into hand, hand into foot. Very slowly release the bind and re-extend the arm and the leg. Put your left toes down, right hand down. Pick up the right knee, pull it into your chest, and three-legged down dog, right heel high, bend the knee, open up the hip, shake it out. Right foot down, downward facing dog, full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, shift forward, shoulders over the wrists, plank pose, lift the thighs, reach crown of head forward. Lift and hover the left knee. Draw the left knee towards the left arm and extend the left leg back, three-legged plank. Again, use your core, left knee forward towards the left bicep or elbow, left leg long, and then left knee towards the chest and lower the left knee, left shin. Pick up the right heel and the left arm. Extend through the fingers, extend through the heel of the foot. Belly button draws in, use your core. And then start to bend the left knee, reach the left hand back. You don't have to find the bind, you could just turn open the left shoulder and feel that twist. If you can grab your ankle or your foot, you can kick the foot into the hand. Doesn't matter if you have the bind or not. Take a full breath in and out. And then very gently come back to the spinal balancing, left arm forward, right heel back. Set your right toes down, set your left palm down, and pull your left knee towards your chest. Use the core. Three-legged down dog, left heel high, bend the knee, open up the hip, shake it out. Circle the knee, the ankles, square the shoulders. When you're ready, both feet to the earth, downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath. Inhale and exhale. Reach the right heel high, bend the knee, or don't bend the knee, open the hip. So keeping the leg straight, open the hip, so it's at an angle as if we usually do with our knee bent, but keep the right leg long. Just open up the hip, turn the toes, see if you can reach to that left back corner of your mat or of your room, your space. Big inhale. And then again, draw the right knee towards the right elbow. Three-legged dog. Keep the right leg straight. Open up the hip. Find the space. One more time. Knee towards elbow or bicep. And then three-legged dog. Leg straight, but turn it open. Opening the hip. This time, warrior one. So we've been practicing opening the hip. Right foot towards the right hand. Nice wide stance. Left heel down. Right knee bent. Inhale, rise. Relax the shoulders. Relax the face. And then release the arms down and straighten the right leg. Rebend the right knee, arms rise. Warrior one. Exhale, shoulders and arms can relax. Straighten the right leg. One more time, rebend the right knee. Interlace the hands behind you. Punch the fists. And let's fold into a humble warrior. Strong in the legs. Your thigh can be a little table for a little shelf for your chest, or you can lean inside. Full breath in. And then use your core, use your strength, rise all the way up. Straighten your arms, straighten your leg, reach to the sky. Turn your hips, turn your torso to the right. Open the arms up to a T and move into triangle. Right hand down, left hand up. If you need to adjust your legs, a wider stance, or a different toe position, take your time. Roll the left shoulder, left arm back and open. And then get a little lighter through your right fingers and see if you can lift without using your hand. Lift a little bit to the sky. So little pulses, lift your left hand to the sky, your torso is lifting. And then eventually we're going to rise all the way up to star. So pull your chest all the way up, heels in and toes out. Bend the elbows, bend the knees into your goddess squat. Inhale, lift twice more. Get a little lower, bend and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale to rise. Last time. Maybe you lift the toes. Maybe you lift the heels. Maybe you lift one heel, then the other. Rise back up, star pose. Cartwheel the hands down. Step your right foot back to plank pose. And travel through your first vinyasa of the practice. You could always do knees, chest, chin. Knees, child's pose, down dog, chaturanga, little push-up. Make the choice. Honoring your shoulders, your wrists, your energy, and we meet in downward facing dog when you're ready. When you reach down dog, left leg lifts. Don't bend the knee, but open up the hip like we typically would. So angling your leg, pointing the toes towards that ceiling, and then left knee towards the left elbow. Three-legged dog, open the hip, keep the left leg straight. Again, knee towards elbow. Last time, three-legged dog, but open and angle that hip. And then it's warrior one. So big wide stance for your hips. right heel down, and rise up. Take your time getting there and setting up your alignment, left knee over the ankle. Inhale, and then exhale, hands can come down as the left leg straightens. Rebend the left knee, rise up. Again, pressing the outer edge of the back foot. Inhale, arms rise, left knee bends. Exhale, straighten. Next time you bend into your warrior one, stay here. Relax the arms, interlace the hands, maybe the more awkward way, the less habitual way. Punch the fist down, and with length of the spine, humble warrior. Bow down. Keep pressing evenly through both feet, drawing the left hip in. Take a smooth breath here. And then use your strength to rise back up. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. And then turn to the side, open up the arms like a T, and we're moving into Trikonasana triangle pose. Hips can bump back, arm bumps forward, hands to a block, the floor, your thigh, your shin, rolling the right shoulder open. Spread the fingers. When you're ready, get a little lighter in your left hand and lift the left arm off the leg. Spread through the fingers and just lift, little torso lifts. Reach the arm to the sky and then back down. A couple more times, working those obliques, and then you'll rise all the way up, pressing the feet, rise to star. Heels in, toes out. When you get to start, bend the elbows, bend the knees, coming into your goddess squat. And then press the forearms into the thighs and just shift the weight. So feel the weight in the toes and the heels, maneuvering side to side. And when you're ready, start to straighten the legs, parallel the feet, and we'll find a wide-legged forward fold. You could interlace the hands behind the nape of the neck and bring the forearms along the jawline. You could interlace the elbows, hands behind the back, lots of arm variations, whatever feels best for you. Palms could be forward like a downward facing dog. We'll stay here for about 8 rounds of breath. So you could change the arm variation. If it's not working for you, you can widen the stance or shorten the stance. But get a little more weight into the toes. Well, 3 more breaths. Start to bring your hands back under the chest. And lengthen the spine, take a little halfway lift. Heel toe the feet in a little bit closer as you transition back to plank. So walk all 10 toes forward to the front of the mat, walk your hands to frame the legs, step the left foot back, and any kind of vinyasa or skip it and take a round of breath in down dog as we flow. Round down dog, take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then inhale, reach the right leg high and step into high crescent lunge. So right foot to the top of the mat. You can still have a nice wide stance. Inhale, arms up. It's airplane the arms, pull the chest forward. And then inhale, rise again. One more time, airplane the arms. You can interlace the hands if you like that grip. We're going into warrior 3. This grip may help, or you might want to bring your hands to your hips. So all the way into the right leg, maybe step the back foot in and rise up, warrior 3. Hands could come to the heart. A more challenging variation is usually to reach the arms forward, totally optional. If you have that fist behind you, keep lengthening the spine, lengthening the heart. It's almost like a little back bend. Okay, wherever you are, start to bring the hands down to the earth or to blocks. You can bend the right knee as much as you need for a standing split. Left leg is lifted. And then everybody deeply bend the right knee and re-extend. And now let's deeply bend left and right knee, Shiva squat, and re-straighten. One more time. Bend and extend. And then slowly lower the left leg behind the right. Like that pose we started with, lying down, the right foot is in front of the left. Walk your hands to the right for a forward fold variation. Soften the knees if you feel like you're hyperextending. Press into the feet and slowly roll to stand. Rise up with the right foot in front of the left. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Right hand to left wrist and lean to the right. Left hand to right wrist and lean to the left. Try to keep your balance, that banana pose we started with. And then feet parallel, shake out the legs, shake out the arms. We have the second side of that first balance sequence. So when you're ready, inhale, the arms rise. And exhale, fold over yourself. Take a halfway lift and go through your vinyasa of choice. From down dog, the left leg lifts. Step into high crescent lunge. Left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up by the ears. And then chest forward, arms back like an airplane. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, arms back, and start to envision your warrior 3. So left foot is the base, right foot steps in, hands to the heart, hands to the hips, hands interlaced behind you. If you like the grip, reaching the crown of the head forward. Maybe you play with reaching the arms forward. And again, you can bend that left knee gently. It's hyperextending. Reach the right heel back. And then slowly bring the fingertips to the earth. Just the left knee bends deeply. And then re-straighten. And then both knees, Shiva squat. Right knee behind the left. And straighten. One more time. Bend the knees and extend. And then right leg comes behind the left. Outer edges of the feet line up. Walk the hands to the left. Head is heavy. As you're ready, soften the knees and slowly roll to stand with the left foot in front of the right. Left hand to right wrist, lean to the left, stretching out of the right side body. And then switch arms, right hand to left wrist. Inhale to lengthen and then lean to the right, really pressing through the feet. And then release, feet side by side. Give the arms a little shake, shoulders, ankles, hips a little wiggle. And from here, we'll just kind of wiggle everything. So bounce the knees, bounce the shoulders, shake as much as you can, feeling the vibrations through the body. Maybe the arms go forward and back. Maybe you hop a little or lift the heels a little. And then start to slow it down. And as you feel ready, you'll take a flow. See if you can start the inhale before the arms move, and that will help the arms feel a little lighter. And start the exhale before you fold. And take your time moving through any kind of vinyasa or skipping and finding downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath when you reach down dog. Exhale, let it go. And then walk the hands back. Start to bend the knees and come into your chair pose. So hips low, arms up. Sweep the arms back, airplane. Lift the heels. We're not going to interlace the arms. We're going to just lower the heels and rise up one-legged mountain with the right knee lifted, right thigh lifted. Step the right foot forward and lift the left knee, one-legged mountain. Kick your left heel forward and then re-bend the left knee. Now we're going to kick the left heel back and tilt your chest, hinge forward. Warrior three, see if this time you can play with the arms reaching forward. We're going to do that one more time. If it helps, bring your hands to center as you pull your left knee in. Lift the chest, lift the heart. Kick your left heel forward. See if you can lift your heel, your thigh, your leg a little higher. Bend your left knee. Warrior three, hinging, left heel back, arms forward. Now just step your left foot back into a warrior two type pose. Straighten your right leg to give your hips a little break, your legs a little break. Recommit warrior two, arms in warrior two, full warrior two. One more time, straighten the right leg, release the legs, reverse triangle. We've done a lot of leg work. This time, as you bend your right knee, you can stay in warrior two or you can find half moon. So balancing on the right foot, right hand down, left hand up, or use a block, use the wall, use whatever props you have. And maybe you play with hovering the right fingers off the earth like we did in that triangle pose. I know our left foot was down there, but maybe you can lift your torso, lift your arms a little bit to the sky so you're not using the support of the floor. Everybody picture your warrior two and see how gently and patiently you can arrive in warrior two. Again, straighten your right leg, bump the hips a little bit, let the arms release. Back to warrior two. Straighten the right knee, reverse, last time here. Reverse triangle. And cartwheel the hands to frame the foot. Vinyasa or skip it. From downward facing dog, look to your toes and walk your hands back like we're going into a forward fold, but start to bend the knees, hips back, arms up by the ears, chair pose. You could have space between the feet or you could have the feet together. Arms back like an airplane, lift and hover the heels. And then lower the heels, press into the right foot as the arms and the left knee and thigh lift, one-legged mountain. Just step the left foot forward to give space on your mat and pick up the right knee. The left foot is now the base, so get super strong in the left foot. Kick your right heel forward, lift the thigh a little higher if you can, hard for the hip flexors. Rebend the right knee and transition to warrior three. We've been here before, but see if you can play with the arms alongside the ear variation. And then when you're ready, we'll start to rise up, stabilizing the left ankle, right knee and thigh lift. Kick your right heel forward. Can you lift your heel 1 inch higher? One more time into warrior two. The right knee slowly bends. Hinge the hips forward. Reach the arms forward. Breathing here. Finding a steady breath. Squaring hips and shoulders. And then you start to step the right foot back. You might need to move your position on your mat and start to make your way to warrior two legs. You can give the arms a break, straighten the left leg and just bump the hips a little. Reset Left knee bends, arms out, warrior two. First time here on this side, traditional warrior two. Re-straighten the left leg, reverse triangle. So just giving the legs a little break, stretching the left side body. Back to warrior two. And this time, you choose if you stay in warrior two a little longer or you're moving into half moon. You could always take triangle pose again, keeping the back foot on the earth. See if you can stack hips and shoulders. Maybe hover the left fingertips. Maybe play with kind of lowering and lifting the torso as the obliques work. The left toes want to point in. That just means the left hip's maybe not as open as it wants. If you've fallen out, come right back. And then start to envision warrior two. The left knee bends, the right leg steps slowly back to the back of the mat. Warrior two. Again, straighten the left leg, shake the hips out a little, let the shoulders relax. Back into your strong warrior two. Floating the arms up, stretching the fingertips, bending into the lunge. Torso over the hips. Straighten the left leg, reverse triangle. One more big breath. And then cartwheel the hands to the mat. And you know what to do from here. You can take the knees down, you can take child's pose, you can go to down dog, or find some push-ups. Honoring your energy. Whatever you're choosing is the right choice. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and let that go. From down dog, shift forward to plank again. And then hover the knees off the earth. Knees and shins hovering just an inch. You're in a little box. Take a breath in, filling the core, and see if you can let the knees touch down at the same time, gently lowering. Let's reach the right arm forward, left leg back. We've been here before. Inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale, angle your right foot. So your right shin and your right foot over to the right. You might notice that your hand or your foot down as you do it. So there's a little more balance there. Right hand plants. Left hand starts to lift and turn everything to the left. So we've been here before. This is your half moon. Now we're going to add the bind if you want. Bend the left knee. Reach the left hand back. Stay there or reach for ankle, foot, and kick into it for the back bend. One more breath in the bind or the twist. And then if you have the bind, release the foot. See if you can step the left foot where the left hand was, in the left corner of the mat, coming into a low lunge. So turn everything forward. Right knee down, left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands plant, heel toe the left foot a little wider. For lizard pose, you can come to the forearms. You could bring the left hand to the inner left thigh and kind of press the thigh and the hand into each other to open that space up. You can let your head relax and sway. Taking about 5 full rounds of breath in your lizard pose. And when you feel ready, start to walk the hands, the palms back under the chest. And just step the left foot back to meet the right. Lift up the left knee and take it in some big circles. One direction, and then reversing directions. And then left knee down, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Move it around, pedal the feet, walk your dog, bend one knee deeply, bend the other knee deeply. And start to find stillness in your down dog. Inhale, shift forward, plank pose. You could always be on fists or forearms if your wrists or shoulders are bothering you. Let's make that little tabletop that hovers. Bend the knees close to the mat, as if you could slide a little piece of paper under there. Hover, hover, hover. And then knees touch down. Extend left arm forward and the right arm back. We've been here before, stretching the spine, strengthening the spine, the core. And then from here, or maybe lowering the foot and the ankle, or the heel, the toes, angle your left foot, left shin to the left. Then the left hand plants under the shoulder, turn the right toes, pick up the right arm. You're in a supported half moon. To add on, bend the right knee, reach the right hand back, finding a little back bend, opening the heart, or just reaching for that space if you don't have the grip. You could always use a scarf, a strap, some sort of prop here, but you'll get the same feeling if you just reach the fingers back. Okay, if you have the bind, very gently release. Everybody keep the right foot in the air. Look to the top right corner of the mat. Draw the right knee forward and step it down. Let's turn hips and shoulders forward. Rise up, low lunge. Exhale, bring the hands inside the right foot. Heel to the right foot as wide as you'd like. You can angle the toes. You could come to the forearms or to a pillow or block. Or you could use the right hand into the right thigh. Noticing the breath here. Taking one more breath. And then bringing the palms to the earth, bringing the right knee beside the left, and then pick it up again and take some big hip circles with the right knee and thigh in one direction, and then when you're ready, take it in the reverse direction. And then the right knee down next to the left, tuck the toes, and lift your hips, downward facing dog. Again, move it around, just pedal the feet, explore this down dog. One of the final down dogs of the practice. Start to find stillness and shift forward to plank. This time, lower onto the right forearm, lower onto the left forearm. And let your hips go over to the right, toes to the left. Inhale, center, hips left, toes right. Keep going with little hip dips at your own pace, side to side. You could interlace the palms for more support or just keep the forearms like the number 11. Maybe one more to each side. And as you come through center, let the knees, the hips come down and find your Sphinx pose. Pull the chest forward. Exhale, lower the forehead down. Bump the hips a little side to side. And reach the arms forward. So you're lying flat on your chin, your forehead, palms down, tops of the feet down. Just finding a full pranayama, full lengthening for 3 breaths. Okay, now we're going to make it a little more active. You'll lift your right arm and your left leg. Inhale, lift. Lift the thigh a little higher, reach the fingers. Exhale, slowly lower. Left arm and right leg will inhale, lift as the chin rises. Exhale, lower. One more on each side. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Get a little higher. Keep breathing. Exhale, lower. Left arm, right leg. Inhale, lengthening, feeling the spine stretch. Exhale, lower. And then just flip yourself over on your mat. If you really don't like facing the other way, you can turn all the way around. Otherwise, just flip right over. Give your knees a big hug. Squeeze everything to center. Cross your right thigh over your left. You may need to lift your shoulders to find this grip. So lift head, neck, and shoulders, left hand to right ankle, right hand to left ankle. So you're just reaching straight forward, but because the legs are crossed, it's opposite ankles. Once you have the grip of your shin or your ankles, let the head, neck, and shoulders release back down, and then just the weight of the arms will pull the legs away from each other. Or you can bend the elbows and kind of muscle them more into the stretch if you want more sensation, but just the weight of the arms may be enough. You can roll the ankles a little here. Take about one more breath. We did this from tabletop, but it may feel a little different here. And then legs stay the same, just arms out wide to a T. Bump the hips a little to the right and let the legs float to the left. They're in this pigeon cross shape. If that's too much, you just stack one knee on top of the other without the crossed legs. If you want more of a twist, let your right ear turn to the right, turn your head, close the eyes. Last breath here. Unravel back to center. Give the legs a little bicycle, a little shake. And then eventually the left thigh crosses over the right. Reach up and grab onto the opposite legs. Maybe lift the shoulders to grab that. And then lower head, neck, and shoulders. And just start to sort of pull the legs away from each other or let the weight of the hands do the work. Keep the legs as they are. Just let the arms come out wide to a T. Bump the hips a little right so there's space for the knees, the thighs, the legs to float over. Or sorry, bump hips left, float the knees to the right. This time, turn the head left. Just getting the opposite side. Eyes can close. Taking about one more big full breath. And then when you feel ready, start to come to center and bring the soles of the feet as wide as the mat with the knees bent. Just let the knees float slowly side to side, little windshield wipers. Bring the hip flexors. And then if you're ready, you can just slide the legs out long and wide to Shavasana, or you can give yourself one last big hug, big embrace, a little squeeze. And then I invite you into your final resting pose, corpse pose, taking up space, letting the eyes close, palms lifted up to receive or down to ground. And I'll guide you out with that Thich Nhat Hanh quote after several minutes in silence. We spend a lot of time looking for happiness when the world right around us is full of wonder. To be alive and walk on the earth is a miracle, and yet most of us are running as if there was some better place to get to. There is beauty calling to us every day, every hour, but we're rarely in a position to listen. The basic condition for us to be able to hear the call of beauty and respond to it is silence. If we don't have silence in ourselves, if our mind, our body are full of noise, then we cannot hear beauty's call. Thich Nhat Hanh. Carrying that message with you, you can choose to stay right where you are, or you can begin to slowly awaken, gently finding movement from the fingers, the toes, maybe a hug, and maybe eventually coming to a comfortable seat to take a breath together. There's no rush to leave Shavasana, no sense of urgency, just being still and silent where you are. If you're ready, bring the hands to the heart. And let's exhale. Inhale fully and let it go. Beautiful practice. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and week. Thank you for being with me and moving again.